In this video, I will briefly discuss how I think Kendrick Lamar destroyed Big Sean. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. The tension between Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean stemmed from Control, where Kendrick pretty much called out his peers, including Big Sean. And this was a big moment in the summer of 2013 and in hip-hop. Moving away from that, I believe Big Sean felt like he had something to prove. A lot of people were saying Kendrick outshined him so bad that he actually had to take the song off his album. An opportunity to prove himself did arise when he featured on DJ Khaled's album, Major Key. Him and Kendrick were on a song called Holy Key, and they're kind of dropping bars on this track. And I guess the consensus was that Kendrick had the better verse on this song, and this is something that probably didn't sit too well with Big Sean. This was his moment to get even or maybe even outshine Kendrick, but that wasn't the case. And this is what I believe led Big Sean to take some shots at Kendrick on No More interviews. Now, the two songs that I want to focus on are The Heart Part 4 and Humble, and also a snippet that I think was a part of a different version of The Heart Part 4, one that didn't make the final cut. So Kendrick raps these lyrics on The Heart Part 4, and side note, I do believe he's going at both Big Sean and Drake on this track. This bar specifically, I think, is aimed more towards Big Sean. If you've listened to Big Sean, you would know that this is one of his ad-libs or catchphrases. And this bar later on in the song is a two birds, one stone kind of situation. This is obviously aimed at Drake from when he said he turned into Jay on Summer 16. And it's also a shot at Big Sean, as Big Sean actually has an album titled Hall of Fame. This was a remarkable bar from Kendrick.
I think it's false confidence, got him inspired. I can make them respect you, baby, it's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme. Cute ass raps, get your.
This snippet is an obvious shot at Big Sean. He name drops another Big Sean album, Finally Famous, and he points out a notion that has been floating around, is that Big Sean is known mainly for who he dates and not so much his music, which is something I've heard quite a lot. And Kendrick also ad-libs Boy, which is another Big Sean ad-lib catchphrase, whatever you want to call it. And Humble is the nail in the coffin for me. In the chorus, Kendrick repeatedly uses Big Sean's ad-lib catchphrase. As this annotation states, Big Sean does have a bar in No Favors where he talks about abandoning his humble attitude. Kendrick kind of dismantled him with this chorus. Not to mention, Humble went #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is another burn for Big Sean. I know Big Sean did an interview with Joe Budden and he said that there was no beef between him and Kendrick, but that's just complete hogwash, and it's also damage control. I don't think it's a coincidence that Kendrick name dropped two Big Sean albums and also used Big Sean's ad-libs or catchphrases. The reason why Big Sean doesn't want to honestly address the feud between him and Kendrick is because nearly everyone who was following it will tell you that Kendrick was wiping the floor with him, so of course he's going to deny it. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.